Hello everyone. In this video, I'll show you the new update for the add-on. Now we can save the scale and location for our character because this is very useful if we have multiple animation. So we want to save the exactly same scale and location for the character and apply it for all the animation that we have. So we can export those animation to Unreal Engine 5. We have this Maximo character. And let's set up this character. Okay, let's select our armature and set our armature. We select maximum and use fill, so we get all the bones fill automatically for us. Okay, now let's set the scale. Okay, we use only scale to make our feet of our character to align with the ground. Okay, now let's save this changes we added to the scale to our template, so we can use this all the settings with this template with our animation because we have 3 animation. Okay, let's save. Okay, I already saved one. Let's replace this export. Okay, now we save all. We see we get now the scale and location for our character with all the points and the settings for this options. So this is very useful if we want to convert multiple animation. So we use only this ready template that we created, so we get our work faster. Okay, now let's create Unreal Engine rig with this character. Let's select only this because this is a humanoid foot and the humanoid character. We enable this. This is a good option to make our foot of our character with the ground in Unreal Engine 5. Okay, and I don't recommend it to enable this options because you must first export your character to Unreal Engine, and you see if there is some bad deformation, you can enable. That's the tool with the last update I made it for it. It gives you the best result as possible. It gives you the result of your rig. If your character rigged in correct way and good way, the tool give you a good result and perfect result as your character rigged. If your character rigged in a bad way, maybe you get a bad result. But if you get a bad result, you still use this options and still you can use pose matching. Okay, but I prefer to get your character rigged in a good way so you can get a good result. Okay, now let's create an Engine rig. Okay, now we have an Engine rig with this character. Let's export our character. Okay, this the options I use. We have no animation. We need only the character first. Okay, export. Now let's export this 3 animation. We open our character before we do the converting to Unreal Engine skeleton. Let's select our first animation. We have this is the first animation. Okay, now we select our template that we already created. Okay, and use load, or before we use, let's select our armature and set our armature and use load. Okay, we get all the options. We see the options for or the settings for the scale and location and for bones, the template. Now we can now apply the scale and location. Okay, we see now we get all the scale and location for the character, from the character that without animation to the character with animation, so we can convert this animation to the previous character that we exported to as Unreal Engine skeleton. Okay, now let's create Unreal Engine rig. Let's enable this option and enable animation. Let's create. Okay, Now we have Unreal Engine Rig with animation. Now let's export the animation. Now let's name it. Okay, let's name it enum1, enum01. Okay, let's open the second animation. Okay, we choose the second animation, and the same way we select our skeleton and set our skeleton and load our template. Is load. Okay, we can get. Now we apply. Okay, we get our scale and location. Okay, let's create the rig. Okay, we have the rig with animation. Let's export the animation. Okay, let's name it enum03. Okay, let's export the third animation. Okay, dance. We have this dance animation. Okay, let's. Okay, I think enough. We have with this animation, we have the character move from original position. Okay, let's make a root animation for this animation. Okay, let's select. Okay, animation process. Okay, then we must not setting the character. Let's select and choose our template. Okay, apply scale. Okay. Yeah, now we have a root bone animation. Let's select our root bone. Okay. Now let's convert to Unreal Engine. Okay. Okay. Now we see we get animation with root motion. Okay. Let's export the animation. Dance. We select Unreal Engine 5 skeleton. Okay. Okay. Let's import our animation. Okay. We see our animation now. Okay. Select second animation. Okay. And this is the dance animation. Okay. Let's enable root motion. Okay. Let's make a montage from this animation. Okay. See our character as under agile character with IK. Okay. Now let's make a simple key to play those animations. Play animation. Play in a montage. Okay. Let's select first animation. Okay. Let's play. We see we have the animation. Let's select the second animation. As we see. Okay. Let's select dance animation. And we make capsule not within the game. So we can see the road motion. Okay. Let's use it. As you see.